What's going on, world? DS1 Ross back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV, Sheep Stay Sleep Live, Sheep Stay Sleep live stream. I appreciate everybody who's been supporting the Black History Month series here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. And we're back with our 9th Black historian for Black History Month 2018. And wow, I'm excited to tell y'all about him, man. One of the greatest inventors of all time. They nicknamed him the Black Edison. Granville T. Woods. Granville T. Woods. You haven't heard of Granville T. Woods? Like I haven't? Look him up, man. When I found out about this brother, I was like, wow. You know, he's basically the real Con Edison, you know, or Thomas Edison. He's the real one. Granville T. Woods, y'all. The Black Edison. Tonight, definitely gonna get into this brother because can't have a Black History Month series without talking about Black inventors. You know, we created and invented a lot of things. And tonight, I want to put y'all on to Granville T. Woods. Let y'all children know about Granville T. Woods because he invented a lot of things that we use every day. He invented a lot of stuff that we use today in our house and outside of our house. The great brother Granville T. Woods. So let's get into some history. And we'll chop it up after I finish getting into the history of this brother. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I appreciate y'all for coming through. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Share the show. I appreciate it. Let's get into the brother. Granville T. Woods. Just give me 1 second. Here we go. And this information I'm getting is from biography.com. Always like to cite my source. This is from biography.com. The biography of the great inventor, Granville T. Woods. He was an inventor known as the Black Edison. Granville Woods was an African-American inventor who made key contributions to the development of the telephone, streetcar, and more. So just that alone, just those things that they just named, because that was the summary. He developed the telephone that we use every day, cars we use every day, and a whole lot more. And after I finish reading his biography, I'm going to get into some of the things he invented and patented. Granville T. Woods was born in Columbus, Ohio on April 23rd, 1856, to free African Americans. He held various engineering and industrial jobs before establishing a company to develop electrical apparatuses. Known as the Black Edison, he registered nearly 60 patents in his lifetime, including a telephone transmitter, a trolley wheel, and the Multiplex Telegraph, over which he defeated a lawsuit by Thomas Edison. Woods died in 1910. Born in Columbus, Ohio, on April 23rd, 1856, to free African Americans, Granville T. Woods received little schooling as a young man, and in his early teens took up a variety of jobs, including as a railroad engineer in a railroad machine shop, as an engineer on a British ship in a steel mill, and as a railroad worker. From 1876 to 1878, Woods lived in New York City, taking courses in engineering and electricity, a subject that he realized early on held the key to the future. Isn't that the truth? Back in Ohio, in the summer of 1878, Woods was employed for 8 months by the Springfield, Jackson, and Pomeroy Railroad Company to work at the pumping stations and the shifting of cars in the city of Washington Courthouse, Ohio. He was then employed by the Dayton and Southeastern Railway Company as an engineer for 13 months. During this period, while traveling between Washington Courthouse and Dayton, Woods began to form ideas for what would later be credited as his most important invention, the inductor telegraph. He worked in the area until the spring of 1880, and then he moved to Cincinnati. Living in Cincinnati, Woods eventually set up his own company to develop, manufacture, and sell electrical apparatuses. And in 1889, he filed his first patent for an improved steam boiler furnace. So look at all these things he's developing. His latter patents were mainly for electrical devices, including his second invention, an improved telephone transmitter. The patent for his device, which combined the telephone and telegraph, was brought by Alexander Graham Bell, and the payment freed Woods to devote himself to his own research. One of his most important inventions was the troller, a grooved metal wheel that allowed streetcars, later known as trolleys, to collect electrical power from overhead wires. So if you ever rode on a trolley, he helped develop the trolley. He was the one who developed the technology for it to move. Granville T. Woods. Wood's most important invention was the multiplex telegraph, also known as the induction telegraph or block system, in 1887. The device allowed men to communicate by voice over telegraph wires, ultimately helping to speed up important communications and subsequently preventing crucial errors such as train accidents. Woods defeated Thomas Edison's lawsuit that challenged his patent and turned down Edison's offer to make him a partner. Thereafter, Woods was known as the Black Edison. After receiving the patent for the multiplex telegraph, Woods reorganized his Cincinnati company as the Woods Electric Company. In 1890, he moved his own research operations to New York City, where he was joined by a brother, Layard Woods. who also had several inventions of his own. Woods' next most important invention was the power pickup device in 1901, which is the basis of the so-called third rail currently used by electric-powered transit systems. So he basically created the third rail in y'all train stations, the rail that they tell you never to step on with 2 feet, the third rail. He created that. From 1902 to 1905, he received patents for an improved air brake system. So he even created the air brakes for the trains and stuff too, and the buses and stuff. Excuse me, family. By the time of his death on January 30th, 1910 in New York City, Granville T. Woods had invented 15 appliances for electric railways, received nearly 60 patents, many of which were assigned to the major manufacturers of electrical equipment that are a part of today's daily life. That's Granville T. Woods, y'all. Powerful. A black man. Once again. So we don't have to talk about Thomas Edison anymore. We can talk about Granville T. Woods. He was everything Thomas Edison wanted to be, as you can see, because he wanted to make Granville a partner. Granville turned it down. Smart brother. So shout out to Granville T. Woods. Now, let's get into some of his patents. As they said, he had over 60 patents. So let's get into some of his patents. Now, I'm going to go through all of them. I'm going to go through all the patents that I have here that's listed. I don't know if this is all of them, but I'm going to read all. The steam boiler furnace. That was his first patent, June 3rd, 1884. Telephone transmitter, December 2nd, 1884. Apparatus for transmissions of messages by electricity, April 7th, 1885. The relay instrument, June 7th, 1887. Polarized relay, July 5th, 1887. Electromechanical brake, August 16th, 1887. Telephone system and apparatus, October 11th, 1887. This dude was inventing stuff. He was inventing stuff every year, multiple times out of a year. He just kept inventing. This guy was brilliant. Electromechanical brake apparatus, October 18th, 1887. Railway telegraphy, November 15th, 1887. Induction telegraph system, November 29th, 1887. Overhead conducting system for electric railway, May 29th, 1888. Electromotive railway system, June 26, 1888. Tunnel construction for electric railway, June 26, 1888. Galvanic battery, July 17th, 1888. Railway telegraphy, again, August 14th, 1888. Automatic safety cutout for electrical circuits, August 28th, 1888. No, pardon me, January 1st, 1889. Automatic safety cutout for electrical circuits. October 14th, 1890. Electric railway system. November 10th, 1891. Electric railway supply system. October 31st, 1892. Electric railway conduit. November 21st, 1893. System of electrical distribution. October 13th, 1896. System of electrical distribution, again, October 1st, 1897. Amusement apparatus. December 19th, 1899. Incubator. August 28th, 1900. Automatic circuit breaking apparatus. So your circuit breakers is created by him. November 20th, 1900. Electric railway again. January 29th, 1901. Electric railway system. July 9th, 1901. Regulating and controlling electrical translating devices. September 3rd, 1901. Electric railway third rail power distribution system. November 19th, 1901. Controlling electric motors or other electrical translating devices. January 7th, 1902. He created 4 different ones that same year. January 7th, 1902. Electric railway. January 13th, 1903. Motor controlling apparatus. May 26, 1903. Automatic air brake. March 29th, 1904. Electric railway system, again, June 14th, 1904. Electric railway, July 18th, 1905. Railway brake apparatus, October 16th, 1906. Electric railway apparatus, November 27th, 1906. Railway brake apparatus, September 24th, 1907. He also created safety apparatus for railways and vehicle controller apparatuses. Those are just that's 45 patents. They say he has at least 60. But what I pulled up and what I got was 45. His brother was a genius. Granville T. Woods. Granville T. Woods, y'all. So y'all don't have to talk about Thomas Edison. We have our own Edison. His name is Granville T. Woods, one of the greatest inventors of all time. He helped create the telephone and the transmitter to the telephone. Cars, he helped create the steering wheel for cars. He created the air brakes on trains and buses. This guy was brilliant, family. Brilliant. So make sure y'all teach our children about Granville T. Woods, the true Edison. Shit, Thomas Edison wanted to be down with him. So shout out to everybody in the chat. Let me see who's here. I'm gonna do my shout outs. Then we're gonna close out this one and start another one, family. Shout out to Sheena Waller. Always supporting Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I appreciate you, sis. Shout out to the Thunder God, Zeus Flippy, Day One supporter. Shout out to my brother Truth Hurst Podcast. I appreciate the support, bro. Yeah, transmitters could have been for all of these things that he created was electrical apparatuses. So all of the big companies used, you know, they used his electrical stuff to create things that we use every day. So definitely a walkie-talkie. Shout out to Jalen Reloaded. Nah, I ain't hear about that, Jalen. Oh, I didn't know that. I ain't know that, Zeus. I ain't know KRS One mentioned Granville Woods in one of his songs. Yeah, I didn't know that. He definitely created a lot of transmitters, so it makes sense. Shout out to Suge, man. What's up, big bro? Shout out to my big brother, Chef JT. See who else up in here. Shout out to my brother Jarvis Davis, always supporting. Yeah, what's going on, world? You know. Yeah, they say he created 60 patents, but I read 45. But they say he created at least 60. He also helped create the railway system for trains, the tunnels, everything. He helped create all of that stuff. Yeah, we definitely need to know about him. Zeus, Granville Woods. You know, believe it or not, we we're definitely not hip to a lot of our history. Believe it or not, some of us think we are, but in essence, a lot of us we're not. We're really not. You know, it's another brother. I think his name is John Standard. He's the one who created the refrigerator, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's his name. Don't quote me. Y'all can look it up yourselves. But a black man created the refrigerator also, just like a black man created the computer, just like they say the black man created the internet. Our children need to know this because they use this stuff every day. Our cell phones, the transmitters between the electricity that we use when we send in texts and stuff like that on our phones, you know, Granville Woods. I'm doing one more, bro. Close the series out. After I shut this one down, I'm gonna bring it back up and close out the series, man. Wow, what's up, bro? What's going on, Shug? Our children need to understand that, because they pay a lot of homage to these companies, but not knowing where the technology originated from. You know, we gave our inventions to the world. You see, and that's what people got to understand too. Our contributions was to the world, not just to us. You know, everything that we did. It was to be given to the world, to humanity. Oh, you know how that go, big bro. You know the notifications be kind of, you know. So like I said, family, this is the Black History Month series for 2018. If y'all have any suggestions, like I said, y'all could hit me up in my email, dsalliance1@gmail.com. Hit me up with some of your suggestions for next year. Because I'm gonna do it every year as much as I can. I'm gonna get it in every year. Every year it's gonna be different people. So y'all just hit me up, dsalliance1@gmail.com, and y'all can hit me with your suggestions. So shout out to everybody for tuning in. We'll be right back. So y'all stay tuned, family. Share the show, and let's get it in, man. I'm your host, DS1 Ross. You just tuned in to Sheep Stay Sleep TV, the Black History Month series. This is the 9th Black historian, the 9th Black freedom fighter for us, Granville T. Woods, the Black Edison. Peace.